Hey guys, I want to make a tutorial for Super Auto Pets, and I had what I feel is a really perfect game for explaining a few concepts that happen in Super Auto Pets commonly when you're trying to have a successful game. This game's not going to go into the super late game, just because it was a very successful game for me, but I do think it shows a lot of the things you should be doing in almost every game of Super Auto Pets if you're wanting to win in Arena. So this was a game that I just completed last 20 minutes. And let's see how it starts. If you are part of the Discord, I know that your excitement is going to be here for ducks, but unfortunately we don't see any ducks, so we're just going to be doing some fish and ants, ant in the middle because we want the 2-3 to eat the front ant, and then we still want the ant to be in front of something. Rolling underdogs, so we are not the underdogs at any point during this run, and I do believe we tied this first fight. Um, Pretty typical. You're gonna see ties for most things unless you're choosing bad things. This is where about bad luck happens, where I'm looking for ducks, I'm looking for fish, and I'm looking for ants. I consider taking something there. If I'd taken pigs, by the way, I would have definitely gotten like a level 1, level 2. Just so many pigs. I take the beaver here, just as a hedge, because I'm at 7 coins and I'm not seeing any of the 3 things that I particularly wanted. And then I just take the ant. We're going to lose this fight, and it's going to make the math really perfect for the discussion, because you are basically allowed to have a loss in the tier 2 turns, so round 3 or round 4, when you've already lost in round 2. And the reason why is if we lose this fight, we'll go down to 7. A dog is something I'm very excited about. A beaver is something that I'm okay with because we already have a beaver. And if we look at our setup, we have 3 things that are ready to set up. Make sure I put it in the empty lane there so the dog gets the health. Should have frozen the pill there, but I got rewarded with the pill here. And we can freeze the duck because this match doesn't matter. As long as we either win this match or the next match here in turn 3 or turn 4, or even like just tie, we don't have to care about the next match. Get a bit lucky here with the ant, and as a result, we tie, which means we're at 9 hearts. If we lose this next game and we go to 7 hearts, we're okay. So this can be a complete sacrifice round. I do need to make room for the ducks, and on the reroll here, I do get a dog and an ant, and I do want to continue boosting my dog. I make the consideration to play the ant here, but in the end of the day, what I'm going to do is actually combine the ducks. And that way I have the ability to do 3, 2, up to 4 level ups next turn. Freeze the ant just in case I get something else that I'm more excited about, basically, if I get a dog. But we don't, so I'm just going to put the into the FT lane. We're planning on losing this. I could move things around here to be maybe slightly more tactical, but the reality is this match does not matter in the overall scheme of if I'm going to win the whole set or not. As a result, we do end up winning. This duck is getting buffed from the end, and it's hilarious. Um, and here we go. This, I think, is the most important turn here, because this is turn 5, and we're still doing duck strats. Um, we get to see 2 level ups, and with the soul duck here, we get to have 3 things that are boosted. I'm also going to sell the fish just so I have enough room to fit these 3 things that I want to play. I actually want to play 4 things. I also want to play the swan, but I'm going to play the dodo and the rooster because they work so well together, and both of them would be lovely if they could get boosted by the ant. Fortunately or unfortunately, it goes to the dog, which just means our dog is artificially boosted without having to do a bunch of cycling. And because I've already invested a duck, I'm also going to freeze the swan. I basically always freeze pills because of things like turtles. But not to mention, like, flamingos are also pretty good with the dog and the dodo and the rooster. So we're happy. The deer is single-handedly winning. This is the value of waiting till turn 5 to cash in all of those level ups. There's the turtle that we're talking about. I like to put it on the rooster because the rooster is expected to have a high attack eventually, though the dodo is not doing much at the moment. Could have played swan and item there, but I rolled. So as a result, I'm going to buy, sell, buy, uh, buy me, sell me, classic Northern Lion, and we put in that swan that we wanted to put in. Putting the swan in the back there just so If everything dies and the dog kills off the last thing, the swan is our swan song, if you will. But this bus is going to do a lot of work. Like Crab has just got pathetic health for some reason, and we don't even have to bother that poor rat, let alone our swan or dog, with battle. Already, I've got 3 trophies on turn 7 and a lot of ties here, and I want to leave an empty lane open so I can start working on my dog. I do love myself a badger. I do love myself a dolphin, just as a random fill here. But we'll start off with the dodo. I've often taken the badger in this spot, but I think dolphin is pretty cool against the things that we're weak against. Like if we run into, for example, like an early turkey or something, I would love to have the dolphin. And now we have cow seal. And what I'm actually going to do is play seal, which I don't usually do very often, but with a cow early like this, I think it is a cute play. I should definitely be freezing the pig here. Good job, me. Because we still want to play a pig. A pig only costs 1, basically. You're buying it for 3 and selling it for 2, which means you're paying 1 for a dog buff, which you usually pay 3 for a similar level buff from an apple, so a great deal. Easy fights, by the way. Our deer that we got on the turn 5 level up is doing a lot of work. This is just a little clever play to make sure that we have the milk and then we can sell, and then we have something to target with the milk. Obviously, could just target the dodo. This is really just being a bit clever. Um, this is almost unnecessary. I really could just be playing the cow without playing the seal, but I got an early seal, and on turn 7, it felt like something I could put a little bit of investment into. We're so strong that basically every can that we see, we can also play. This team scared me a little bit because they got 2 big guys at the front, and then I remembered it's not just that I have a deer, it's that this whole team is pretty stacked. Even if their shark was able to kill our dog, we still have this 912 seal and growing. The seal's probably not long for the world. Um, we do have a turtle here, but unfortunately no pill, and the seal is successfully gonna roll bigger than our deer. I'm not 100% sure if that's actually the correct choice, but I'm not playing like a whale anymore, right? I'm not picking up that whale that we just saw. Uh, Freezing the 5 cost food. We really don't. Even if we saw a chocolate, it wouldn't be that good. And the dodo's a cute play here. We can dodo chain for a turn. Should be freezing the pig, potentially freezing the otter for the dog, but at this point, I'm kind of just rushing through because I wanted to make this video instead of actually uh, play the best Super Auto Pets I could. Here we're almost level 3 on Dodo, and we have 2 cans. 2 cans is not an animal, it's just me saying that we have 2 canned foods. I'm just gonna full can, because that will result in our Dodo getting bigger, just because the Dodo's after 2 cans is bigger than our Dodo we already had on the board. And the Dodo making the other Dodo bigger, plus it makes the chicken bigger, plus it's level 2, so the effect's doubled. It's all very worth it. This fight gets very close, but then remember that we did all of our buffing through a stupid seal, and they're doing it through a 3/3 monkey, so we still win. Um, Go 9/12 seal. Here we can make a space, and we can do our old play. I should be selling the cow before feeding the seal, and I get punished. I see that the punishment has happened. Um, should be doing this and then adding whatever I'm going to be adding in here. I do believe I'm going to freeze dragon and then roll one more time. I've seen a lot of pigs that I haven't peeked at. I definitely considered the pig here, just because a sell in the future would be good. But I'm going to be playing something new here on the next turn. I'm probably getting rid of the seal here shortly, unless I literally see a cat next turn, considering if I want to just spec into dragon. But I was kind of considering maybe if I see the cat, then all this freezing is for naught. Still keeping the pig for the dog though. And the chocolate, I would prefer to have level 2 rooster almost over anything, but we can always level 3 the dodo in a spot, or just go full turkey build if we see a fly. Got lots of options here, and that's the nice thing of just having big things, like a big dog, big chicken, big dodo, is no matter what we do, we're in a pretty good spot. I'm really committed to this seal. It's a really funny way to play this game, and I don't really hate it, but I wouldn't necessarily suggest it. It's not the reason why I made this video. Uh, Level up the dodo, in part because I wanted to see another level 6. Uh, Maybe like a leopard, for example, after already having these cans would be pretty cool. But snake is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful, uh, active unit you can see in tier 6. I would say that dragons and cats are, in some senses, more important. Here, got one that I wasn't sure who was going to win at the beginning, because turkey fly is pretty scary, and I don't have much in regards to interaction with it. Um, and it's going to come down to our snake, who on his first two shots, sorry, first shot didn't kill anything, but the second does kill the turkey, and that's going to pretty much seal it up. We're one hit away on our tiger, but I had lives to spare, even if we lost that one in particular. Definitely looked at that leopard before going and making the snake. I really don't think this pizza is necessarily the best play in the world, but um, I think just grabbing some food here on 9, if it works, if I think this comp is already good enough to win on turn 13 anyways before the food, we can just lock it in. If I do see something like a chocolate, I can go into level 2 snake and feel really confident. And this team that we're facing against is incredibly behind curve, so easy win. If this game had continued longer, let me go back to the win screen here. Uh, Really, I mean, there isn't that much more to do. We definitely want a bigger rooster. That I still only had a level 1 rooster was really sad. We definitely want to get a melon on this dog, or at least maybe even like a 1-up, just something to give the snake another turn. Um, and I would have definitely been looking to freeze leopards if I could play, replace the snake with a huge leopard, and just have a leopard tiger. I think that would have been really lovely, but like this is the power of dogs, the power of dodos, and the power of roosters. Is there's three of the things that you can get early in the game that you really don't mind having late in the game. And because of ducks in particular, we're able to get away with the dog and with the dodo and with the uh, respecting the hearts and realizing here at 9 hearts that we could afford to go down to 7 hearts. We never actually did. We were able to get the rooster and the deer, which propelled us to what is a very easy win. So, with that, I hope this really helps people. I know there's probably going to be questions. Definitely feel free to ask in the comments, be it on the YouTube or just responding on Discord. Feel free to at me. But this is more or less like exactly what I expect and want out of a game of Super Auto Pets when I'm trying to win. If I'm not trying to win, I'll play hedgehogs and still win anyways. But with that, thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you.